Good morning. This is Miss Winters, and I'm here to escort you through how to complete your multi genre research project genre selection 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the first thing that you need to ensure is that we're on pace. Underneath the multi genre research project, you can click on a page labeled Multi Genre Project Overview and Resources and scroll down, and you will notice that in January, you have some upcoming deadlines. Okay, so the next deadline is for your genre number one selection that's fixated on presenting your history research, which is due on January the 18th. Your genre two selection, which is fixated on presenting your knowledge about your research in regards to your culture's community. And lastly, on January 25th, your genre selection number three, fixated on additional information about your culture, um, which is due on the 25th. Okay, so let me go back. All right. So if you were to click on multi-genre research project, genre number one, history selection assessment here, I'm going to go ahead and model how this should be done. Okay. Once you click here, you'll notice that you have a set of instructions. Choose one genre and create it while incorporating your research regarding your culture's history only. So, when we're talking about genres, we're talking about different communicative ways to present our work. And basically, if you were to come down here to MGRP Genres 411, okay, it gives you an overall list of particular genres of writing, different categories, styles, or forms of writing. So, let's say maybe you want to take your history research, and again, we're only fixating on the history research here, and present your work in the form of a rap. Okay, what you learn basically. Or maybe you will present the knowledge that you've gained from your research in regards to history in the form of a blog or a podcast or a lyrical poem. Okay, there's so many different ways to present the knowledge that you have gained from your history. Okay, so with that being said, okay, you can use your history note cards and interview transcripts or your actual interview as sources of inspiration as well as to fulfill the aforementioned expectation in accordance to the rubric. You can write, perform, or create your genre selection via any appropriate technological platform. Please ensure I'm able to access your genre creation along with it being immaculate, meaning neat and creative. Use the attachment below to help guide you on selecting and creating your genre selection that you will incorporate to educate your peers on your history, okay? Because again, we're fixated on the history selection only for now. Then you're going to attach your genre number one history selection here to this assignment and add it to slide 5 of your portfolio. Okay, so I'm only looking for your genre selection as an attachment that fixates on your history here. So if you were to come here, you'll notice I have a link that will point you towards Teresa's e-portfolio as a model. Once you click on her portfolio, okay, and let's say that you scroll down to slide number 6 here. This is an example of the expectation. Teresa has attached her genre number one history selection in the form of a hyperlink, and I know that it's going to be a lyrical poem. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click here. Notice that she's also decorated this page with pictures that are associated with the subject matters upon which she's going to reflect on the knowledge that she's gained about her history. Once I click here, I have access to her actual written work. Okay, and it's a lyrical poem that she has created, basically being inspired from the knowledge that she's gained from her history note cards, also known as her history research. So, this would be the only document that I would expect for Teresa to submit on Canvas. And this is the document that I expect to see on her in her actual portfolio. Granted, we're not submitting the portfolio yet. Okay. So you may ask, well, what's the difference in regards to creating your MGRP genre number two that fixates on your community selection, and genre number three that fixates on additional information about your culture for your selection? So it's the same process. However, you're going to use your community annotations, okay? Also known as your note cards, as inspiration to create your genre selection. And then when you get to genre number three, you're going to use your additional culture note cards to create your third genre selection. Okay. The only thing different is that you cannot use the same genre that you've used for any of the previous selections. So, for example, when I go back here to Teresa's project, okay, what you're going to notice is that, again, she provides me some visuals on her actual page, but instead of presenting the information, the research that she's learned about her community in the form of a poem, she chose to present it in the form of a blog. Okay, so she went ahead and she created an actual blog template. If she had wanted to, some as like along with some other students, they have went online and chose an actual blog platform to actually document their research. Okay, but she went ahead and created an actual blog. Okay, so that's different than a poem. And then when I come back here for genre number three, in regards to additional information about her culture, she decided to create a trifold brochure for her third genre selection. Okay, she decided to place screenshots here of the actual brochure as the core for this actual page in her portfolio. But when I click here, I am granted full access to her actual brochure. Okay, so again, you're just taking the research that you've learned, the research that you have went ahead and yes, gained and gathered from your annotations for each of the selections, okay? And you're creating a particular genre displaying the knowledge that you've learned, okay? All right, I look forward to seeing some upcoming creations, and this is the expectation that you work on these today. Thank you and have a beautiful day.